beautiful late summer afternoon for football. We welcome you to Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the
first carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Roethlisberger here finding Johnson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Line of scrimmage, the 9. Second and about a yard. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And a Cowboy first down.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And his first carry, he loses the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's looking right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow
looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
On first down, it's Samuels. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down now, it's Connor, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Down at the 30-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The score, Steelers 7, Cowboys 0.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Looking for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson, 28 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And man, Charles, talking about singing something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is Tony Pollard. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 31.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Big Ben with his size, sometimes it still surprises me when he can dance for a first.
He's the preeminent quarterback at taking contact, shedding it, and turning it into a big...
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Chase Claypool there to make the grab. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Tony Pollard on the return. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit.
And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you got to take care of it.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it left side to Johnson. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point now by Boswell.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly. Allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now Pollard. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. First down, Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. Room here to run. There he goes. Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 60 yards. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And sometimes you see big plays develop on a route like this, a slant route, and the object, very simple. Get the ball to your receiver in stride. This one was right on the money. He didn't miss a beat, and then it's off to the races, and there he goes.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Here again comes Juju Smith-Schuster and the Steelers. Second quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think, though, he's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And they'll get this down to the 10. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now Pollard. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
At the 42-yard line.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've come to... There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Taken in the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Dak Prescott and the offense heading back onto the field. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else?
And oh, my goodness, he loses it again. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Boswell for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Now Pollard. Now a hit and a loose football.
Recovered by the Steelers.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there at 22.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Chase Claypool. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And this offense is running away with this one.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And his kick is right through. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down.
At the 29-yard line.
Here's Elliott. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Again, it's Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers
Let's make it happen, baby. Let's make it happen.
So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a 2nd time.
Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead grows grows even larger here in the third quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken in the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.